Hello there, and and welcome to another talk. And this talk is called "Talk on How to Use Mindfulness Meditation to Heal Your Unconscious Traumas." Now, to start off, what is what is mindfulness meditation? Well, start off. What is mindfulness? Well, mindfulness is how it sounds. Mindfulness, meaning you're paying attention to what you're mindful of, what you want to do. So you're going with what is in the present moment, whatever you want to do in the present moment. And so that naturally, when you're doing the things you like to do, whatever it is during the day, that puts you in a meditative state naturally. Mindfulness meditation, however, so before I go into the mindfulness meditation, you don't actually have to do mindfulness meditation to reach the mindfulness state. You just have to do what you love to do, and that will naturally ground you and heal you and put you in a meditative state where you connect with, some people call it the higher worlds, I would call it the higher self. Mindfulness meditation, now, that is the merging between the rational mind and your feelings. Right? Now, so this is spoken about in heart-based living. Now, you hear that noise. I've got a couple of cats and they've got kittens, so just in case you didn't know what that noise was. I'm going to just turn that music up a little bit. Yeah, mindfulness meditation is the merging between the rational mind and the feelings. Now, in meditation, there's a lot of people that don't like the rational mind. But in mindfulness meditation, this is essential. Because you're using your rational side to merge with your feelings. Now, when you do this is spoken about in the Heart Math Institute, which is science-based research on heart healing. But when you merge the rational side with your heart, you get perfect intelligence, perfect knowing, your intuition, but it's just things. And how does this relate to healing trauma? Well, because you become, when you're doing this regular mindfulness meditation, you start to become aware of your reactions. This is what started to happen to me. I first had a spiritual awakening, and then I was doing mindfulness meditation, but without even knowing I was doing mindfulness meditation. Been on this awakening path for just under 10 years, starting off with an unexpected spiritual awakening. And then all of a sudden I was doing mindfulness meditation without knowing I was doing mindfulness meditation. I was being led by what I call the higher self. Oversoul, which oversoul is the middleman between source and you. And that's why there's different levels of the astral self that can communicate with you. But how this heals traumas. What happens is when you're doing mindfulness meditation a lot, you start to become mindful, aware of when you're reacting to things. Now, when you react to things, this is the unconscious self. So what mindfulness meditation is doing is it's actually merging the conscious with the unconscious self. This is very important in healing, because now you're aware of the unconscious self. You're aware of the unconscious you that reacts to things. That is your traumas. Now, at that moment of that trauma, you use mindfulness meditation on the trauma, right? And then you're becoming aware of the unconscious fear that's in there. You can even use mindfulness meditation in like things like arousal. Now, that doesn't mean two people mating with each other. There are all different types of arousal. Arousal can be, we can get arousal from All different things, you know, all different types of arousal as well. Wanting something and liking the way something makes you, that's an arousal, right? And if you've used mindfulness meditation on arousal, if it's fearful, over excitement, not all over. I'm not saying all over excitement is the same, but if it's a fearful feeling like you've got to get this thing, that is the trauma right there. You've captured it like a picture, and mindfulness meditation is so good for that. And this is I do mindfulness meditation practically all the time. I do other types of meditations as well, but that's the one I use probably all the time, pretty much. And it's so simple, you know. It's so easy to do that in your daily life. Make it regular so that you're merging your rational mind with your feelings. But yeah, like I say, in meditation circles, a lot of not mindfulness meditation, but a lot of people that talk about meditation, they don't like the rational mind. But it's so your rational self is so important. The reason why it's wrong is because you're all off yourself. You see, it's not that the rational mind is wrong, but it's how you've programmed the rational mind to be. Because you program your own rational mind. If your rational mind is off, then you're really off. But back to what I'm talking about, the traumas, and yeah, mindfulness meditation is probably the essential tool to use for healing your traumas, right? Every time you feel that reaction, meditate on that and forgive yourself. That's you're using the rational side. Rational will tell you to forgive yourself, have compassion for yourself. And as you meditate upon that, you feel if it's arousal, like I just mentioned a moment ago. Meditate on that arousal. A lot of people think when you mention arousal, they think that you mean two humans mating with each other. No, like I said before, it doesn't mean that. Arousal is whatever turns you on, but I don't mean that in a way that you want to go to bed with someone. You know, I'm talking in terms of anything that you like to do. Anything that you want to do is a type of arousal. Now, on these arousal feelings, whether it's with someone or it's a thing or whatever, use mindfulness meditation on the feeling that you've got. Is it overexcitement? Meditate further, and as you go deeper, you'll get to the fear that's behind this overexcitement. The overexcitement is trying to rush to something to heal itself. So you know how to heal yourself. But then what you've done there is you've captured, like a picture, the trauma. Now this is how we heal narcissism, right? I believe the core of the issues on planet Earth is not COVID-19 or climate change, because everything's just energy. We create it, right? And so I believe the core issues on the planet is narcissism and trauma, which manifest the narcissism, right? This is the core of it. So do that. Every time you a way to react, do that. But I'm just going to leave it there. For latest talks, news, research, songs and more, please do visit my website at www.lovelightfamily.com. Thank you.